The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in week now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. Pickett, pass complete. George Pickens with it. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Looking to throw. Pickett. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. Out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson. On first down, it's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Watson on third down. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. First carry for Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 14 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra block in order to give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone.
Back to throw, Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8. Out of the gun, Watson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this fourth down field goal try for the Browns. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. So an 8-play drive gets him down there, but play number 9, that winds up a missed field goal.
And they definitely moved the ball well. That's a drive where you hate to come away with nothing.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Again, it's Williams. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. From the gun, here's Pickett. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out for a goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, Watson, touchdown! David Njoku hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 23 yards the pickup there. After 7-3 the score. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Do you remember in pre?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On second down, Williams. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Pickett. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Pickett will look to throw it here. Beasley will throw that one away.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try.
On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks.
Nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper, and it's knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Austin. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Jamal Williams making his way back onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage is in lockdown mode everywhere.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try.
He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call. They're opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Watson. Able to find Isabella. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Chubb running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From the gun, here's Watson. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. So that drive, 4 plays.
And in the end, it was Deontay Johnson's touchdown catch to cap the drive. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Looking for Cooper, that's complete.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Here's Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Watson looks to throw again.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Watson's throw pulled in by Melton.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
This is the tight end, Njoku. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Options galore here, second and a few inches.
To throw is Watson.
Right back to Njoku. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
from the red zone now. They'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Going for it all. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we reach halftime.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the 3rd. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
That's exactly what they were aiming for defensively. A huge early play that cuts off any opposing momentum at the knees. As soon as that snap was made, they were flying to the ball and through the line. Great call from the coaching staff and even better execution.
Well, the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Now Pickett. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Pickett's throw into the hands of Pickens.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
2nd down. Here's Chubb again.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate.
And shutting him off, now open field.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. They'll try and run. This is Williams. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. Williams will try again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Pickett.
Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Watson nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
Here's Watson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st down, Watson.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Off of play action, it's Watson.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. To the air yet again, Watson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
To throw again on second down.
Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Pickett to his tight end Freiermuth for the Steeler first. First and 10, here's Pickett.
Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get on. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Looking to throw again on second down.
Pickett, open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. After the sack on first down, Watson.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. And this is caught. Amari Cooper.
And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Again, it's Watson. Dancing to his left.
And now Watson throws another interception.
You start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Wide open, Amari Cooper. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a fourth down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Got a man, and Schwartz complete. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by a Akello Witherspoon. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
The Browns set and ready to go on offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a first down throw. Watson.
Got an open man. It's Schwartz.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 39, Watson. This one caught by Isabella. That one a first down pickup of 8. Watson looks to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Watson's throw pulled in by Schwartz.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Third and 2, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here we go on fourth. Watson. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper.
And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Now it's Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 25 yards that time. Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson.
Quick slant completes into Njoku.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Watson on third down. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great effort there. with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Browns go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. That'll back to PAT up from the 15 to the 20.
And with the advent of that rule, moving the PAT back to the 15-yard line to begin with, they were no longer kicking normal extra points, were they? They were kicking field goals. This is a longer field goal attempt for them, even though it's only for an extra point.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Interesting call there. They went for 2 even after the penalty from the 7-yard line. It didn't pay off.
I think the first thought is to go ahead and kick the extra point, but you're not kicking it from the 7-yard line.
Yeah,
right?
That's you get pushed 5 back on the PAT as well.
Right, so they have to take it from the 15 to administer the penalty. So now you're kicking it around 40 yards. So I understand why they probably went for 2 there. They thought they had a better play and a better chance in that situation. Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game, for here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at the 34. Watson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. He's going to go up top again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. On 4th down, Watson. Able to find Isabella. And he's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To the air yet again, Watson. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. To throw is Watson. The quick slant caught. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 2nd and goal, Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Steelers set to take the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively corralled. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
And they take a knee. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Browns drive about to get started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One last throw here for Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance.